What we've got is a direct touch of that power. The power of family and the power of love. And this piece deals with the brokenheartedness that can come when sacrifices are made. I think I've kept that vague enough to pique your interest. So let me do a quick introduction. Please say your name and the character you will be playing.
Hi, I am Alec Battaglia, and I will be playing Moshe.
Hi, I'm Leah Barone, and I'll be playing Annette.
Hi, I'm Hayden Garrity. I'm going to be playing the role of Bluma.
Hello, I'm Paul Nicolaro. I will be playing Moses.
And without further ado, please enjoy Golden Baby, Such a Good Boy.
Tumbala, 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 like. Tumbala, 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 like. Tumbala, like a spielbala, like. Tumbala, like a frail
The story I want to tell you is true. The names have not been changed to protect the innocent. Long ago, I learned that the innocent cannot be protected. They live, they suffer, and they die of their innocence. The only way to help them is not to change their names, and like now, to tell their story. That woman is Annette Gorshkovsky-Bayuk. The year is 1922. This room is in a small farmhouse in Alliance, New Jersey, not far from here. Annette is a Russian Jewish immigrant. She came to America all alone in 1882. In 1883, she met and married Moses Bayuk, a widower and a struggling farmer. She came to this area with her husband, where she has worked by his side ever since. In his spare time, Moses is a philosopher and a winemaker. Annette has no spare time, but she does have a mysterious past. She has never spoken of her former life back in Russia, except to tell us about little Moshe, the baby she left behind. See that faraway look on her face? I can always tell. She is dreaming about her firstborn, golden baby, such a good boy. I know this woman well. She is my mother. I am Bluma Bayuk, born on this farm in 1888. Ma, it's me. I came to spend the weekend.
Oh, Blumala, I'm so glad to see you. How's Philadelphia? How's David? How's everything?
Just fine, Mama. David's practice has been getting a little better. Just last week I took a job at the geriatric center, just for a few days. And Mama, I made a little extra money. I brought it for the savings, for little Moshe's passage.
That's nice, Bluma. You're sure you can spare it? Thank you. Now sit down, Bluma. Let me look at you. You want something to eat?
No, I'll eat with Papa when he gets home. Where is he?
Your papa is in Philadelphia. You didn't run into him?
Philadelphia is a pretty big city. We must have missed each other. Why is he in Philadelphia?
Does he tell me everything, your father? I ask and he mumbles, so I don't ask. He should be home soon. For the Sabbath, he always comes home.
Shabbos. Everything is always so good here. Before sundown, you make this old place sparkle. And the good smell of chicken and soup and halibut bacon.
Mama, you're here with your smart brains. We have time before sundown. Count for me the savings. My store of money for my little Moshe's passage to America. My golden baby, such a good boy. Soon, Bluma, soon we should have enough money for his ticket. This week I made extra too. I delivered a healthy baby to Miss Blumenstock and Papa has been selling more wine. Maybe there's enough.
Maybe, Mama. We'll see. Things have been pretty good lately. We're all on our own now. Maybe now, after all this time, maybe there's enough to send for my brother.
From your mouth to God's ear. Quick, let's count. It's time already. It's gone. It's not here. Oh my God, it's gone. They came here, they found me, I knew it. Even here we are not safe. Nowhere is safe. They came, they're here. Oh, my Moisha, my golden baby, I'll never see you again.
Mama, don't get so upset. It's here somewhere, it has to be. Nobody would take your precious savings. Everyone knows how you have saved and worked and scrimped to bring little Moisha to this country. Nobody would take Moisha's passage money.
You don't understand. Nobody here took it. They took it. They're still after me. Oh, Bluma, I never told you. I didn't want you should ever know. I thought here in America we are safe. But no, not even here. They found me now. They want the little redhead. They want to finish the job.
What are you talking about, Mama? I never heard you act like this.
It's starting again. First they break in and steal your goods. Then they kill you. But first they do things that you scream and scream and scream. And then they go after your children. Bluma, save yourself. Go upstairs. Hide upstairs in the feather bed.
Stop it. You're hysterical. Mama, you have a fever. Please, you're making yourself sick. Please, dear, calm down. Sit quiet. I'll bring you a cold compress. I'm a nurse, Mama. I'll take care of you. No one can hurt us here. Who would hurt us?
The Cossacks. The kulaks.
The Cossacks wouldn't dare come to this country. The president wouldn't let them in. Talk to me, Mama. Tell me. I'm a big girl, a nurse. I know you've been holding so much in all these years. You can't keep it bottled up. I learned in school you'll get sick. Very sick if you keep things bottled up inside. Talk to me, Mama. Tell me. Let it out.
I was 9 years old. Only 9 when they came. There was just Mama and Papa and me. We lived in a hut. Papa was a tailor, a peddler, a fixer. He did anything to make enough for us to eat. And Mama, she was beautiful. But outside, she covered her head and put streaks of dirt on her face. In a Russian town, Jewish women did not look good outside. Someone might notice her. Someone might want her. Mama went outside to work sometimes. She went to the Polish inn at the crossroads near our house. The Polish people who owned the inn, they were good people. Mama helped in their kitchen. Sometimes I went along and helped too. Vasil and Mary Gorky, they were nice Polish people. Sometimes they gave me a sweetmeat or a ribbon for my red hair.
And Mama's name was Bluma. I was named after her. Was she really beautiful?
Papa always said so. Every Shabbos when we washed and dressed up, he would look at us by the candlelight and say, "My two beautiful Sabbath queens."
He must have been a wonderful man.
Such love we had in our little family. But always we lived in fear. Always listening, waiting. And one night we heard what we were always listening for. It was a sound, like a roar, whooshing, roaring sound. It is always in my ears. At night I wake up and listen for that sound even now. And they came in the night, the kulaks, drunk and wild. We heard them coming closer and closer. My papa grabbed me and hid me upstairs. He rolled me in the feather bed. He told me what to do. I knew it by heart already. So many times they had told me before. He told me that when I heard them break in downstairs, I should climb down the back window and run to the Polish inn. No matter what I heard downstairs, I had to promise to climb down the back window and run away. And he held me and blessed me. And he went downstairs. I waited, and then I heard them break in. The yells, the curses, the screams. They never listen. My papa and my mother, they are still screaming in the night. I hear them.
Oh, Mama, how terrible. All these years you've been carrying such memories, and all the time taking care of us, working, loving us, and always hearing those awful screams inside.
I climbed down the back window and ran to the inn. Mr. Gorky grabbed me and pushed me into a closet upstairs and told me not to make a sound. Shh! Soon, they came onto the inn. Downstairs, the kulaks. I heard them celebrating. The drunken, bloody murderers celebrating their night's work. One of them yelled, "The the little girl, the redhead. I shivered. Mary and Basil kept pouring the drinks, and finally they had enough and they went home. Tired and satisfied till the next time. The Gorkies shaved my head and I always wore a kerchief. I stayed with them at the inn, working in the kitchen. I never went back to sea, but Basil did. He brought me all that was left of my family. A torn piece of feather bed. It's all I have left, a memento. It's in this locket. I wear it always. And Bluma, when I die, promise it will stay with me.
I promise. I promise.
I stayed on with the Gorkies. They were good to me. I did my work at the inn, I slept, I worked, I never smiled, I never joked. I had no friends. I existed. When I was 15, Mary Gorky decided that I should marry a Jewish boy. She thought she was doing the right thing. But I had no dowry, no family. The matchmaker found me a skinny, older man, a tailor. He would have to do. His name was Isaac Becker. He needed someone to help him in his tailor shop, make his meals, and satisfy his
needs.
So I was married. With Isaac Becker, life was impossible. He was a beast, and I was his beast of burden.
You were only 15. You went through all of that, and you were only 15.
When I was 16, something wonderful happened. I had a baby, a beautiful gurgling boy. Such a golden baby, such a good boy. My heart came alive again. I nursed him and held him to my breast. I had someone who loved me, someone who I loved. We called him Moisha, such a baby. But Isaac would not let me stay with my baby. I was his beast of burden. He needed me in the shop and in the kitchen and in the bed. He gave the baby to his mother to care for. I only took time to nurse him, and then I had to give him back and go to work again.
So that is the story of your own baby. I always wondered. Now I understand.
Isaac was a monster. A monster. Finally, I had to. I ran away, back to the inn to my foster parents. When they saw my condition, Vassal and Mary were upset. Terribly upset. They saved me again. They arranged with Isaac for a divorce, but Isaac and his mother wouldn't let me have my baby. The price for my freedom was my golden baby. Such a good boy. I was so weak, so pushed down that I couldn't even think straight. Then I decided on a plan. Everyone was going to America. They said the streets were paved with gold. I thought that if I went to America and made a lot of money, I could buy my son back from his father. Isaac was a greedy man. For money, he would sell anyone, anything. So I decided to go to America. The Gorkies lent me money for my passage, and finally I left, all by myself. I came alone in steerage to a free country.
You were the bravest person in the world.
I came to New York and got a job in the sweatshop. There was no gold in the streets, just garbage. But I felt free, away from Russia, away from Isaac. But I could not smile. Always my thoughts were on my little son, my golden baby.
And then you met Papa.
Yes, he had lost his wife. He came to town to find a woman to marry and bring back to his farm. We met, he swept me off my feet, and we married. He brought me back to his farm. Such a farm, a hut with 2 rooms, one downstairs and one up, and the bathroom outside, and 3 sons yet to share.
Did you tell him about your past?
I told him everything. Your papa is a good man, a learned man, a philosopher. He listened and he helped me. His joy, his faith made me whole again. I learned to smile. We were so poor. We had such hard times, but he gave me love and I learned to smile again. And right away, your father said, let's start a fund. We'll pay back your Polish foster parents and then we'll save to bring over your little boy. A debt of honor comes first.
Yes, I know. You always taught us that. You and Papa. You pay your debts first. Always.
Through the years we saved, we managed to pay back the money to the Gorkis, but the money for Moisha's passage, that was hard. Times were hard. The crops failed and then the babies came. First Lena, then you, then Bertha and Eddie, and in between the twins that died. Always when we had a little extra, something went wrong. A horse died or a cow. Once we had a fire in the barn. Always something. Only in the last few years it grows a little. But now, when we almost have enough, it's gone. All of the money is gone.
Mama, I know it's not gone. Maybe Papa hid it in another place. You didn't count it for months. Papa will know where it is. Nobody took your savings.
Your Papa. I forgot. He will be home soon. It will be sundown soon. We must not be sad on the Sabbath. It is a sin. God has been good to us. We mustn't cry. I'm sorry I lost myself. Please forgive me. I have faith. We must have faith.
Don't apologize. Mama, I love you. Here, let me fix your hair a little. Dry your tears. Your best beau will be here soon.
Stay here, by the door. Don't move. So, I am home already if anyone want to know.
Papa! Oh, Papa, I'm so glad to see you.
A surprise. A good surprise, Bluma. I am glad you're here. Lou, my bride, you want to welcome your breadwinner?
You're home. I'm glad. I'm glad already that you're home. It's almost sundown and I have to bless the candles.
I brought a guest.
Oh, I didn't see you. You are welcome. There's plenty. If you want to wash up, Moses will show you to the... Well, it's outside, but we keep it very clean.
After all these years, your mama still apologizes for the outhouse. She keeps it so pretty inside, planted with flowers all around. So clean inside. Our fancy guests envy us.
You are welcome here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Papa, Mama is upset. Terribly upset. The storage box with Moisha's passage money. It's empty. What happened to it?
Oh, it's all right, Bluma. I took the money months ago.
Tell her, Papa! She's terribly upset.
And bless all my loved ones, Moses, Lena, Bluma, Bertha, and Eddie. And let me see my golden baby, my firstborn Moshe. Let me live to bring him here to my side. Amen. Good Shabbos.
You may kiss him, Annette. He is one of your own.
I don't understand.
The money, Annette. The passage money. I took it. I spent it. I spent it for you. I spent it on a one-way ticket for a golden baby. Only he's a grown man now. This is your son, Annette. Moshe, this is your mother.
Moshe?
Yes, I am Moshe. Moshe Becker.
Oh, Moshe, my baby.
Moisha stayed with my parents on the farm for quite a while. Mama kept staring at him, searching for one trace of the infant she had been dreaming about for so long. All of us had grown up on the farm right before her eyes, while her firstborn remained in her daydreams as the golden baby, such a good boy. Now he was here, a stooped, tired, middle-aged man with a wife and kids of his own back in Russia. Mama waited on him. She stuffed him full of her delicious cooking as if to make up for the whole 40 years of separation all at one time. Moisha enjoyed the pampering. He did not attempt to help with the farm chores. Mama was using up all her strength waiting on him. Finally, Papa had to step in.
Moisha, you've been with us for 6 months now. You have any plans for the future?
Well, I quite like it here. I think you should bring over my family and we can all live together. Here.
I don't think you understand how things are. It took us 40 years of scraping and sacrifice just to get you over here. Now you'll have to go to work so you can bring your family over here. I have a plan. Since you are a tailor, I can arrange with my son Sam to get you a good job in South Philadelphia. You can rent a room with a Jewish family there. And if you work long enough and hard enough, you can send for your family in due time.
Mama realized that Moisha would have to make his own life in the city. She let Moses make all of the arrangements. Finally, when I heard that my brother would be leaving the farm that following weekend, I came home to stand by my mama's side. I feared what another leave taking might do to my dear little mama. Although Moisha was just going to Philadelphia, which was only 60 miles away, he would not be able to visit if he was working and saving. Mama didn't travel anymore. She stayed home. Mama and her firstborn were going to have another separation. Will she be able to take it? I wanted to be there for my mama to lean on.
Go in good health, my son. God be with you.
Mama, don't take it so hard. He's in this country now. Philadelphia isn't so... Your golden baby is not in Russia anymore. Moisha is here. He's only going to Philadelphia.
You don't understand, boy. All the years I worked, I slaved, I pinched, I sinned. I did without. Why? To bring over my son. When he was a baby, my little Moisha, he was so beautiful, so happy. My golden baby, such a good boy. All the years I prayed and worked to bring him here to me. Always I dreamed of him, his eyes and his little smile. And then he came. We brought him here, my Moisha, my firstborn. And I saw him, and what did I find? A man. A grown man. A man like his father. Moisha is just like his father. Just like the man that I ran away from 40 years ago. My son, Moisha Becker, is just like his father, Isaac Becker.
Mama, it happened. It's not your fault. Lots of boys wind up like their fathers.
All these years without his mama, without my love and my care.
It wouldn't have made any difference. It's heredity. We studied about it. Even if he had been here with us, he could have turned out the same way he is now. Heredity. You can't escape it.
You mean it. Even if he had been here with us.
Yes, Mama. Even with us. Weren't we lucky? Wouldn't it have been awful to have someone like Isaac Becker living with us all these years? Then, a strange thing happened. Mama got that old faraway look on her face. And suddenly, little Moishe was back in his cradle in Russia. She was dreaming about him as she always did. That blustering stranger that came in, that stayed in her house, that middle-aged tailor that just left. What did he have to do with Mama's golden baby?
Such a good boy.
So do you want to do any questions, Lee, or?
Sure, we'd be glad to take what limited questions we might know the answers to. Throw them at other people. So does anybody have, and we came prepared to read the words in front. Thank you, Paul. I'm trying to get to the front.
Okay, sorry.
Who's the playwright?
The playwright is Felicia Lewis Rovner, who also helped write the autobiography of Bluma.
My question, based upon letters or something?
So Rovner apparently had a good relationship with Bluma because they also worked on this autobiography, which is where I got most of my secondary information. Bluma herself, when had this incredible life. We only got some of this in here. Annette lived in New York for about a year before she met Moses, and Moses helped co-found the Alliance Colony. She met, I'm so bad with it, Felice in her 80s.
Oh, wow.
And that was, or late 70s, early 80s, and then proceeded to make this.
We also have the son.
Hi, I'm Felice Robin's son. First, thank you to the magnificent ensemble here. The director, I think, honored to her. I thank you for that. Bluma was my grandmother's best friend. I lived at the Warwick Apartments in London. When, I guess after my grandmother died, my mother befriended and became Bluma's best friend. And Bluma started telling her stories. What you may not know about Bluma is, you'll see her artwork behind me, and also in the wonderful exhibit down the hall. Bluma was going blind, but she painted from her memory and made these wonderful memory paintings, and she died at age 108 in Philadelphia. So again, if you have any questions about my mom, she wrote the book with Bluma. I think it's a terrific book. It parallels, thank you, it parallels what you read, what you saw and heard today. And Mom was a poet, a teacher of English at Atlantic City High School, where she graduated. And my favorite poem of Mom's, if I can just indulge you for a moment, I have memorized it. She wrote, "Come on, Moses, get on your toeses. There's a burning bush and we ain't got no hoses."
Can I introduce the people who discovered this work? Because I actually know nothing about that process, because I grabbed this and worked with these wonderful people immediately. So I'm throwing this out. How did we find this play?
Hello folks, I'm Tom Kinsella. I'm the director of the Alliance Heritage Center. Some of the community members of Alliance have allowed Stockton to preserve a range of materials. Bluma's granddaughter, Alan Sorkowitz, and Michelle Rappaport donated a range of materials just related to Bluma, the writing of her book, Farmer's Daughter. And looking through that at one point, I came across a typescript one-act play by Felice Ravner, and I knew who that was. So I called up Bill and said, hey, we found something. Would you mind if we tried to get this thing acted by a fine acting troupe, if I may compliment you. My research fellow, Kelly Burns, read the play, agreed with me, oh, this is a good play, took it to the dean, Lisa Honecker, which eventually brought its way to this group here. This is just an example of you preserve a little piece of history, just a piece of paper that ends up in the right hands being very moving. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Can I also say that the plan is also not just to end it here, but to do a production of the play and videotape it over our winter break in our experimental theater, so that this play will live. We are taping it so it will continue to live.
I also just want to throw out a thank you to Kelly, because she's the person who kept me informed on everything. So give her a round of applause for